Guys, in this video, I'm going to show you a really nice example of exactly how fundamentals and technicals complement each other. Let's jump straight into this, baby.
Hello guys, and good evening from London.
So guys, I want to show you the example of just how beautifully, almost magnificente, when fundamentals and technicals just go hand in hand. They just seem to complement each other. It's beautiful, really. Now, we've got my example, as you can see here, my baby rather, GBP dollar. Now, the reason why I say it's my baby, when I really started to get to grips with trading, I picked one pair, and this is what you should always do. I always recommend that you get to know one currency. You know, GU helped me grow. You know, it's my baby, but it helped me grow. I really got to understand it, you know, understand the way in which it moves. Anyway, that aside, you can see over the last couple of days, just as I'm recording this now, some downside pressure for GBP, and I'm going to show you GJ as well, but some nice downside pressure here. And this was on the back of some Brexit news. Now, we got this really quickly for our members and caught the moves pretty nicely. Was able to trade that. But this is, by the way, this is on Forex Factory. They got it a little bit later than us because we got some special sources.
Ooh, you're hard showing off.
But anyway, it's contacts. Let me show you here. So news came up in this news section, high impact. Yeah. So if you do look at Forex Factory, UK and EU are likely to miss the mid-November deadline to seal a new trade deal, and that's according to sources, right? EU-UK trade talks set to go past the mid-November deadline. So remember, they set this deadline, so now people are like panicking. They haven't agreed anything still, okay? You've already extended this how many times? You've got only until the end of the year to try and agree the deal, you politicians, you UK and EU buffoons, and nothing's been agreed. So that scared people. So we start seeing some panic selling for GBP. Now, I'm going to really break this down for you just so that you can note this in the future moving forward, not just with this example, but you'll be able to take this away and think about these sort of things fundamentally and technically. Now, the reaction, as I say, we caught this quite quickly for our members, but I'll show you. Initially, we had obviously this sell-off here from GBP, GU. Initially, we were rallying to the upside, and then we started coming under some downside pressure as these source comments started to get recognized from the news wires. Okay, now we got our fundamental tone there. Now we've got a fundamental factor to start selling GBP, right? So I spotted this. This is what I traded. This consolidation. I always get as close to the as close to the upper acting trend line with the flags. And I remembered, look, fundamentally, this has just been said. They could potentially miss the deadline. Well, they've extended the deadline, so perhaps now, I know people are going to want to resume selling for the pound. You know, we start to see that being priced in. I want to show you another example. So how did I trade this? I got in, literally, I always look as closely as possible, try and get in as closely as possible to this upper acting trend line of flags or lower acting, whatever the case may be, if they're bear flags or bull flags. My stops are always around 15, 20 pips. It just depends. So I placed it sort of in line with this top area here. And then what you do, you measure the pole. Right, being conservative here. So measuring the pole, about 55 pips, there or thereabouts, and accommodating some of the wick, and then going in between the thing. You could just go from the wick down to sort of the middle of the two flag poles, not poles, the trend lines, and then the equivalent would be on the breakout, which we very much saw and was overachieved. So anyway, the point is, got in on that initial trade, selling, right? And you know, when we've got a new fundamental factor that's a driver that's negative or positive, whatever the case may be, in this case negative, we know now when we see those technical pullbacks, that period of consolidation is subject to being sold because it's got a negative fundamental tone. So here, we're always looking out for scoping, consolidatory patterns. Look, flag, sell. Again, flag, carrying on selling these pullbacks, these consolidation. And another one, flag or pennant even. Okay, consolidating. Let's draw that properly. And then the breakout, retest, sell. So you see the point. This is example when a fundamental tone is dictating direction. It's the underlying driver, albeit this is near-term price action we're looking at, but it doesn't matter. It's there and then. And, you can get in on these opportunities. When you've seen something fundamentally there that's negative, like this bit of news, like with a big theme such as Brexit, these are opportunities to jump in on that, on those, those consolidationary periods, the pullbacks, the technical pullbacks, so on and so forth. It's just, for example, water break. There we go. I just let out so much energy, so I have to have a breather. Just for example, you've got a technical trend, say over long term to the downside, okay? And you get these periods where, you know, the buyers just get exhausted. We have to close out and take some profit, so we have these technical pullbacks. But then those pullbacks are subject to being sold, okay? So pullback, sell, pullback, sell the rallies. Just same way if we were to the upside and we have these little dips. Buyers taking a breather, cashing out some profits, buy on the dips. You get the point. But this with a fundamental example there of a tone driving that, you know, rallies being sold, rallies, pullbacks being sold, rallies, pullbacks being sold, or consolidation, whatever the case may be. We saw something really similar, and this is another example back in when I traded this, yeah, up at this evening star here. So when was this? This was in September again. This was when Boris Johnson was saying, you know, a deal. He set the October. This was back in when we had a deadline before the October, mid-October deadline. Oh, sorry guys, I keep scratching my nose, my moustache. I need to give it a shave, but the barbers are closed because of lockdown. But anyway, let's give you a really, really nice example. I'm going to go on the hourly chart. Again, this is when Boris Johnson set the October deadline. Everyone was like, oh my gosh, we haven't got time to get a deal. Again, look, I went over all of this, you know, in our premium groups and our membership groups. Look, flag. You know, we know the fundamental tone. We know Boris Johnson's just set a deadline. Okay, so it's negative. Look, flag, breakout, consolidation, breakout. This was another flag here, breakout. Flag, breakout, flag, pennant, breakout, flag, breakout. You guys get the point. The same thing was seen GJ, by the way, guys. We saw it just with that GBP downside I showed you there with GU. Similarly, let's just go on a 15-minute just so you can see, just on not just on GU. Look, flag here. Okay, so there's a flag structure there. There's another one here. I don't need to keep marking up the trend lines there. So on and so forth. Guys, you get the point, right? We went over this in our community webinar. But this is just to bring a perspective for you just how beautifully, you know, you don't have to know the ins and outs of technicals the way I do. I'm like a beast because I've just been doing it for a long time. But you don't have to know the ins and outs and all these nitty gritty details of all of this. You just need to know the underlying tone. What's everyone talking about? What's this latest, the big news that's going to be driving sentiment? Sentiment's key. Stay on the right side of that. That'll treat you well as well and complement your technicals. I hope you get that. Guys, in terms of all the hard work on all of this, I do it every single day. You can have me and the team every single day. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Not Saturday, give me a break. And Sunday. You can have us. Fundamental and technical analysis. We live and breathe this. Get involved in our lifetime community as well to have us forever and have one-to-one calls with me and help you grow, become an all-rounded trader. That's enough. You get the point. Stay lit, baby. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button. Hit the like button, the lit. Stay lit. Let's get it.